everybody, and welcome back to SkyT.
You know the drama is never ending. Don't let it get the best of you. And all the fake friends just keep pretending. That's how the little things get huge. Paralyzing every pore. Oh, you feel it taking over you. To the center of your core. The lies are getting overused. When you are under the weather, getting caught in the storm. Do you remember? I told you if we dance in the blizzard, we are not getting cold. So keep on dancing, baby. 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 I know the feeling, it's traumatizing. I fall apart piece by piece. No superheroes, no silver linings. Just keep on moving to the beat. Paralyzing every pore. Oh, you feel it taking over you. To the center of your core. The lies are getting overused. When you are under the weather, getting caught in the storm. Do you remember? I told you if we dance in the blizzard, we are not getting cold. So keep on dancing, baby. We fall apart, piece by piece.
Okay, so today what we're going to be doing is fixing our power issue and getting more machines going. And if possible, I want to start a little bit of Powah. If I can start Powah, that means we'll be able to get the proper reactors that should be able to generate us a lot of power. Because at the moment, there really isn't that many options for power. I said last episode we were probably going to look into doing bigger reactors. Well, that's not going to happen. For us to do bigger reactors, we're going to need to get all the way up to Spirited. And unfortunately, Spirited is not possible at the moment because we need Verdinium chips, which are only gotten by bees. We need a quarry bee on a actual Verdinium block, and he should give us the chips then. So maybe next episode we'll actually start working on bees, because I'm thinking of visiting the Bumble zone today, because hopefully I can find one particular item in there, wax. If we can get wax, it means we'll be able to make ourselves blazing crystals. And the other thing we're going to need is aluminum, but we can make that in our induction smelter, no problem. Glowstone, tin, and silver. But one other thing I want to quickly do before we even start, because you might have seen at the start, we did do a bit of a time lapse building some stuff over here, and that is going to be this new power area. And we built our biodome, where we're going to be putting up our boreal extractors on jungle trees, and where we're going to be making our pink slime. I'm hoping I can just put down a nutritious chicken feed right here, and that will make us the delightful dirt instead of the cursed dirt that we use for our mob farm. That will spawn passive mobs like cows, sheep, pigs, chickens, horses, I think even rabbits, and nearly all passive mobs. But we're going to wall it all off here, and maybe double wall it just to stop rabbits from being able to jump out, and then put a mob crusher here, and that should be able to kill them and make ourselves actual pink slime. Then use an ender tank, we can pump it over to our dissolution chambers. So in terms of power, you might have noticed as well at the end of the time lapse that I set up an infinite lava extraction, and that's how we're going to be powering stuff at the moment. What I want to make is magmatic dynamos, and well, I don't know how many I can make. We seem to be missing Invar gears. Ooh, Invar. Ooh, okay, we're kind of really low on Invar at the moment. How much nickel do I have? Only 32. And this is a 2-to-1, so a whole stack of iron. This should give us 2 stacks of nickel or Invar. And there's absolutely no power at the moment, so we can't even use the elevator. So I guess I'll put these in here. We also need to figure out an automation for our actual like blaze burner down here, either using another arm, but I also need to automate this guy down here. So modular routers are probably going to be the way we do that. Where is all my... Wow, I'm only down to 4k coal? How did I use up that much coal? Oh, wait, making blocks to feed this guy over here. Yeah, I made like 2,000 blocks. Yeah, this guy's been going non-stop, which is great. Oh yeah, I can get rid of the flopper on the front of him. I completely forgot. But yeah, we're making Invar now, which is good. So multi-server press, you're still full of power, but that ain't gonna last long. But maybe it's enough just to make us a good few gears. Because the other thing we're gonna need now is another plug, which we're actually gonna grab from back down here. So we're gonna rob you and remove all of the Sterling dynamos and remove all this cable here because we don't need it. Okay, that's only connected to here, so I should be able to vein mine it up then. 9 blocks, yep, that's all that's there. Okay, there was enough power to make enough. So we want 16-ish magmatic dynamos. So let's make those now. There we go. And now we want ourselves an ender tank with lava. Do I still have that one? I thought I set up 2 tanks, did I not? Oh, the second one's on top of the dissolution chamber here. I think I forgot to show that in the time lapse. But okay, so we just need to make a new one of these. And that's just orange dye. There we go. Plenty of lava. So for these guys, I guess we'll just put them down like right here. And then we'll run the lava up into them from underneath. Yeah, so let's run our pipe. Oh yeah, that's the only thing about this building. It's not actually set up properly. With the doubled layered floor where like that building does, so we can hide the cables underneath. But it's whatever. Maybe we'll split it this way as well. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then this direction, then we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There should be 16 pipes in total. 17 because we're going to have one in the corner, so that's correct. We're going to put our lava tank right here. And then we need a pipe upgrade because I want to make sure this thing is extracting as fast as possible. There we go. And then we can put down our magmatic dynamos on top. And they should all get plenty of lava. Now, there is ways we can make this thing actually more efficient by giving it certain upgrades, which we probably will do if we don't get into power today. So, last thing is some cable, just to extract out the power.
Level 1.
Oh, everything got power, so the elevator went down. Right, there we go. So we are currently generating 640 FE, which isn't a lot, but it should be enough to power all of the machines over here. And we should be getting enough power to generate flight now as well, so that should be good. And I just want to put down this point right here to provide all these machines here with power. Yeah, we're only generating 640, which is not a lot considering we have 16 magmatic dynamos down. The way to make them better, I believe, is some sort of augment. Which one is it now? I think it's auxiliary reaction, I believe. Increased generation rate, but reduces efficiency. Yeah, this is the one we want. That's signalum plates, silver gears, and hardened glass. Okay, so let's bookmark that and craft ourselves all that up. The only issue is silver. Do I actually have much silver left? No. Right. So that means it's time to go to the mining dimension and actually set up our builder. I've made the quarry card, so let's go do that. I do need one more point though. Oh, we're out of lava or obsidian. Now there's 2 ways we could do that. One, we could just go to the mining dimension, find a lava pool and make it that way. Or we can set up automatic obsidian production, which is actually very simple using the lava that we're getting from the nether. Oh yeah, our experience tank here is completely filled up. So we're not actually picking up the experience anymore. I need to upgrade that tank to a different one. Probably some sort of supremium one. I just want to quickly come in here to a piece of dirt and bone meal the hell out of this orange tulip so I have a bunch of orange dye to work with. That'll do. The way we're going to do this is we're just going to remove this from here. We don't currently need it at the moment. We'll probably set it up somewhere else. This was just for making automatic clay. Oops. Did I lose a block? How did I lose a block? Oh, I didn't. I put it in the wrong place. Is that correct? Yes, it is. Oh yeah, we have flight in this area, which is nice. Are you actually getting enough power? Not particularly. So we need a stone barrel. Grab another plank just to fill in that floor. So basically, it's going to be a stone barrel. And we're going to need some sort of like input thing. So a pipe. Item pipe will do, because we have our interface thing down here. I just need to run it to this somehow. And you know what? We can actually remove that and then hook it up here like this. Tell this guy to export. There we go. Tell that pipe to extract. And yeah, that's pretty much it for lava production. All we have to do is put down the ender tank right there. Dye the top orange. Set it to export. Fills that up. And then all we have to do is just basically put down a stair, which we can do like this, hopefully, and just put water on it. Hopefully this works. Yep, it's making obsidian, and now that's going automatically into the system. Perfect. Then we got automatic lava production, or obsidian production. Now we can make all our flux cores and our point. Right, to the mining dimension. Ooh, I need to get some torches down in here. So essentially what we're going to do is put ourselves our builder right here. We're going to shift right click to set it. Now we need to select the first corner. Now, well, the thing is, I have a couple of things down already because I've already ran to where I want them. So this is just going to be a temporary waystone. I have one location called Quarry 1, which you can't see a thing. But here's the hole, and we're going to mark this the cobbled deep slate. So this is point number 1. Okay, now we can remove this waystone. Use our warp scroll to teleport back to here. Then we go to quarry number 2, which is all the way up at Y level 300. And this is our staircase, so anywhere along this line here, which will probably do this piece of bedrock here. So now we've saved our settings, so we can remove this waystone and now return back to the other one. There we go. Well, this is the top one, but this works. Now we can remove that, and then we got our settings saved, which is huge, by the way. Does it tell me how many blocks it's going to clear? No. But in here, we want to do something. We want to match the tags, or at least, we don't need to match them. What we want to do is void stone, cobblestone, and that's mainly it. I want to hold on to the dirt, unless it gets too excessive, but we're going to have a drawer with a void upgrade, so it's grand. Gravel, I want to keep, and we can't get these here. Yeah, all we have to do now is just hook it up to some power. So select our network, power surge, just to allow it to start filling. Now here comes the fun part, trying to figure out how to store everything it's going to be mining. We have two options. One, we just let it pump into the system and fill up all of our chests, or we set up separate drawer storage, which we'll probably do here. So let's head back and get ourselves a storage controller. Okay, so the way we're going to do this is we're going to put ourselves a storage controller down, but we're going to put down a few of these 4x drawers because, well, there's going to be probably a lot of random things come out of this now. Regular chest, go here. And then we're going to remove these two, put a storage controller there, and then an item pipe, and make sure it's not extracting into those, and tell it to extract. And then I have an advanced pipe upgrade, which we can then use. I'm also going to need a lever. I'm going to have to go back and get that. But we should be able to lock these drawers now. There we go. And give them some void upgrades. I think I'll put 2 in here. Yeah. Right. Let's go get a lever. This guy is full power, so this should work. At the moment, actually, yeah, we can actually hook these up right now. They're locked, so nothing should go into them. But turn it on, and there you can see we're starting to generate up some resources. Now, we're probably going to make some stacking upgrades to fix this guy. But we're getting like gravel, andesite, granite, which we can all put in these drawers now. But you can see we're just not generating enough power. But we are getting resources now, which is exactly what I want. And we even got some raw nickel, which is good. Stuff like dimensional shards, we probably don't need that a lot of. So I'll probably void a bunch of that too. But yeah, so, oh yeah, and cobbled deep slate is definitely another thing we need to void too. But yeah, so we just need to leave that run, but that's going to be using up all of our power, which is not good. A bunch of stack upgrades, and that should be perfect. Right, just leave it run for a while. It does seem to be using all of our power, even without this power surges on, which is okay. One last thing to do is just to claim the area and load it. Right, with that now, we're generating up a bunch of resources, so let's actually get to work now on actual, like, other stuff. So, what I want to do now is start mechanism. But unfortunately, to start mechanism, we're going to need, okay, all the power is not working. We're going to need our boreal extractors. So let's get that made first. So boreal extractors are made like this. And we're probably going to need 4 per tree. What am I missing here? Oh, some buckets. We're probably only going to have like 2 trees. So I need jungle saplings. And lucky enough, we only have 2, which is good. Right, so the center is around here. So we'll grow 1 jungle tree here. And you didn't clip out. And how many blocks away from the edge is that? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do the same over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Grow this tree. Of course, you become a small one. I want you a tall tree as well, like that guy. There we go. Are they the same height? Yeah, they look the same. Right, now what we can do is put down our boreal extractors. These guys don't require power, but you can feed them bone meal to increase their production. There we go. And now all we need is an ender tank. So currently we're using light gray for latex. This is kind of like I don't know what color that would be. It's got a hint of like a yellow to it. I don't know. So we'll do like light gray and a thing of yellow. Yeah, that should work. And all we need then is fluid pipes to be able to... Oops, that's not what I want. So we can just put like the ender tank here and then just run the fluid pipes around. And each one will extract and then start filling this guy up. Same over here. Right, using this ender tank now, what we can do is remove this sign, put a dissolution chamber down here, remove this one and put a dissolution chamber down there. Put this guy here and tell him to extract. Actually, I don't know if that's a good idea, because if this tank empties, yeah, you see this guy's empty and he's just filled up with latex. That's not what we want. All right, now he's filling up with regular latex. So which direction is on and which direction's off? So it seems with the orange on the top, it means export. So don't export and you should start filling up, which is correct. And I want to say fluid is going to be pulling from the top. Okay, so he's saying with you, fluid, pull. Yes. Now, I just need to give this guy some power, so I need some cable. And yeah, he's pretty much ready to go. The only thing is we're not generating enough power to feed everything, but we're almost ready. So let's see if we can make ourselves our mechanism machine. So first, we're going to need some lead, enderium, iron, pity machine frame, and a block of osmium. Seems first I am going to actually require a pulverizer to pulverize some diamonds before I can make enderium. The only thing is not everything here is getting power, so I guess I have to enable power surge over here. Oh wait, with the points over here. Alright, hopefully that should start feeding all the machines. Yep, this guy lit up. 4 ender dust should be okay. Induction smelter, in it goes, and that should make us our actual enderium, and then we just need to make a few gears of it. Makes 2 at a time. Okay, we're going to need a lot of diamond dust. Alright, we have everything for it now. So, 2 gears, 2 iron plates, a pity machine frame, and a block of osmium. Nice, we can unlock that recipe then as well. This should give us 1 metallurgic infuser. We're going to run some cable over to it. I am eventually hoping to get 6 of them, because I need 2 per different type of alloy. Is the metallurgic infuser used to do anything else other than just make alloys? Oh, that's a cool way of making rose quartz. I think you still need to polish it though, yeah. But that's fine. We just need to come over here and run some power. Oh god, I'm under the floor. Somehow placed the cable on my head. There we go, now we have power. So, remove you, run the power cable up, metallurgic infuser, and you've maxed out power. Nice. You can put all this stuff away. So what we want is coal and iron. We're probably going to need 2 stacks of coal per stack of iron, because now we're going to be making ourselves enriched iron, and then we combine that with coal again, and that should make us steel dust, and then we can smelt that, and then we should be able to make ourselves our steel casings, which we are going to need, because I do probably need a crusher at some point as well. But nice. And one thing I just did while I was waiting for enderium to be made, I actually did go back to the mining dimension and grabbed a few resources, but I did also do one other thing. I made this actually a fortune clearing quarry, which should mean we get a lot more resources than just, you know, the standard 1 chunk per ore, which is good. I don't know if it's fortune 1 or 2. I don't know how you increase it. But yeah, it's fortunate nonetheless. And I don't know where it's actually mining from to start. But I'm sure we'll see a gigantic hole appearing somewhere. Right, we just need to leave it do its job. Why are we not exporting out cobblestone? Oh, I never actually made a location for cobblestone. There we go. But yeah, we still need to really sort out power issues. Right, I guess while we're waiting for steel, let's actually start on Powah. I just started making, well, I just finished actually, making dielectric paste, which is just coal, rubber, and blaze powder in an induction smelter. We have about 1,000 of it here, which is good, because now we're going to be making ourselves the energizing orb, which requires these guys. So I'm going to make 4 stacks of them, put 2 stacks away, and then rotate them that way. So we have all of that. Then we need some casings, so we're probably going to need a casing per rod. So we'll probably start off with 4 rods, so 5 casings. That will make us our energizing orb. And then the starter ones are pretty basic. Probably going to need a ton of stacks of these for now, but that should do. And then the big ones are made like that, for the smaller ones. So 4 of these, like that. Can we get the basic ones? Yes, we can. We do need more casing though. There we go. And now we should be able to hook this up. So we're going to need some cable and probably a new point. And we're going to do it over here because why not? So find the center, which is right here. Put the flux point down and set the network. There we go. And now we can run our power cables where we can put ourselves our energizing rods. Like that. And then the energizing orb, which I'm actually going to raise up a block and put on a hopper. Actually, which way would be the easiest way to do this? Because I want to automate this slightly at the moment, which is going to require a comparator, a repeater, and some redstone. Which way? I guess it's fine the way it is right now, because eventually we will do whatever. So we'll just put ourselves our chest like right here, hopper on top, energizing orb right there, and then we can run our actual like redstone, which is going to just need some cobblestone as some building blocks. Because we're going to have a hopper here and a hopper here, and then just run some cobblestone. Comparator is going to go there, which is going to read this thing's inventory. Repeater just to extend the redstone signal, and then we should be able to just run it up the way like this. And make sure it's over the hopper so it actually gives the thing. So once you put something items in there, it should stop any extra stuff being added. So to upgrade to the next tier, which is going to be hardened. Hardened is going to require electrum, steel, and nickel. Now, of course, we are making our steel. I don't know if it's done yet, though. How are we doing? 19 left. I guess we have to wait till that's finished. But while we're waiting, let's head to the Bumble zone now, actually. So what I did just before we started is I also did set up a new villager, a beekeeper, and he's, I'm hoping, going to sell us bee cages, because bee cages, well, actually, the cage should be easy enough to craft once we get there, which because it requires honey bottles. And honey bottles are got from honey blocks and some glass bottles. And you can find tons of honey blocks in the actual Bumble zone. But unfortunately, if you do that or harvest them, you do get Wrath of the Hive, which means every bee in that dimension will try and kill you at all means. Or at all cost, whatever it is. Oh, this is the cage. I thought it was called a yoinker. Oh, that's a different mod. Yeah, with a cage, you can shift right click a mob and you can actually pick them up. Which is probably not a good way of actually picking up the bees. But yeah, so hopefully we should be able to go there right now, which is going to require a hive, which actually we do have one there. And to get to the Bumble zone, you just throw an ender pearl at the hive. And I do have some waystones to get back. So let's go. The world would lag for a moment. And here we are, stuck in the ground somehow. Oh, there we go. Oh, we actually spawned nice next to some comb. In this dimension as well, you can actually find a ton of like random comb. Doesn't say what it is, but when you pick it up, this is all iron, which is nice. You can mine comb, no problem, but it's when you break like the other stuff, yeah, that's when they're not happy. So like this porpoise stuff, I think gives you a ton of honeycombs. It becomes empty ones then. But basically, another cool thing about this dimension is you can possibly find different type of mobs or different type of bees you would like. Yeah, so right now it's all just default bees, but sometimes you see a little white dot, like these are behemoth, which is not what we need, but you might be lucky and be able to spot a different bee. One special bee I'd be hoping to look for is like an ender or a draconic bee, but that's a rare chance. Right, we just need to find a way out of here and find a good location to put down our actual waystone. Oh, well, it looks like we broke into a cave. We have some honey crystals, which are going to be useful. Where do we get out of here? Oh, this way looks promising. Okay, so here, yeah, you can see honey blocks now. This is actually where bees are bred from. You can actually make these brood blocks or harvest them with silk touch, I believe. And that would allow you to actually just have bees just slowly being produced on your island, which is nice. And it looks like that's obsidian comb, lapis, and ooh, some diamond comb. Nice. That looks like gold. That looks like ender. The color of it. Is it? Oh, it's prismarine. Okay. It doesn't look like there's any bees, but it looks like some things have spawned. But you see, look, prismarine bee, amethyst bee, glowing bee. Oh my god, the sound. But now I've got Wrath of the Hive, meaning any bee, you can see them on my mini-map in the top right, all starting to make their way towards me. But it doesn't look like they can actually get to me from here. Oh, that's the way out. I'm going to block that up so I don't get attacked. Or they somehow attack me through the wall. That's great. Oh god, one found me. They're getting in. Yeah, that's the thing. And as well, in this dimension, they also have like speed, absorption, regeneration. So they can be quite terrifying to fight a lot of. But we only needed a couple honey blocks, so I might as well collect what I can here. Okay, so I'm just going to put down a waystone here now. So Bumble zone. The Bumble zone. And then we can come back here anytime we want. But now that we've got a ton of comb, what we can do actually is make ourselves a centrifuge now. A powered one. There we go. And we have no real way of hooking up the power, so we'll just do it over here for the time being. All right. And then we just give it the actual comb now we got. Go, put that in there. And this should give us wax as a byproduct. Nice. Okay, Centrifuge has been going for a while. We've got plenty of wax. We still have a lot of comb to go through. But it's pretty much enough now. So what I want to do is come over here and now start making ourselves some hardened, or is it hardened iron? Energized steel. So for that, I believe I need silver. Is it silver or is it? No, it's steel, electrum, and nickel. So I need, oh, I'm only down to half a stack of nickel? I thought I had a whole stack. Hang on. I was actually also upgrading the actual like dynamos here. I've got a few of them with the auxiliary reaction. So they used to produce 40 RF. Now they're producing 320. And I think only like 3 of them are doing it. I need a lot more resources to be able to do it, especially silver and lead. Because I need lead for... what actually do I need lead for? But I need a lot of silver, as you can see. We need silver gears, and a whole stack only makes me like 8 of these guys, so it's nowhere near enough. But because of that extra power boost, we are actually mining a little bit quicker in here. 7 silver, 10 nickel, or lead, not silver. There's silver, and I actually found out where it's mining from. You can see this like strip going across right here, and if you actually look at the bottom, it says bedrock. So it's actually making its way all the way over. It's still got a good bit to go, so like my tunnel is in the center here, and it's only like halfway to it now. So yeah, this is still going to take a long time. But once we get power going now today, we should be able to get as far as blazing. I don't know about niotic. Niotic could be possible. Osmium dust, we just need to get a crusher. And charged Certus quartz, I just need to set up a process for that. But using these raw pieces now, we can just smelt these up. And since there's actually 3 ingredients per thing, we're actually going to need another hopper and some more redstone. There we go. So, steel. And I actually have more steel dust, so I'll get that smelted now. Electrum. It is electrum, right? Yep. And then the nickel. We have 52. I mean, it's not enough, but we will have to just deal with it for now. And take that out and put it back in there. And this should be making our steel. Yes, it is. And as you can see, it's going into the hopper and then down into the chest. We're going to need quite a bit of it just to get started. And while that's doing that, let's actually get ourselves our pink slime up and running. So, we need to come downstairs. And I have the ingredients right here. We just need to throw these into the metal press. It's not heated. So this one right here. Put all of these in. Right click this on. And then, of course, everything gets taken out. And this should press and make the feed. It did. Perfect. So over to our animals. Go to a chicken. Getting low on our chickens here. But that should have made our golden egg. And now we can come out here. Give me out some walls. And our mob masher. Or mob slaughter factory. We're probably only need a point. And an ender tank. We're going to need 2 of them. And we're going to dye that pink. Do we have anything to make pink dye? White and red works. Perfect. So over here. Up against the back wall is where it's going to start. So out 2. So we're just going to run it out like this. All right. Mob Slaughter Factory is going to go there. Now, the only thing is we are going to need an add-on to make this thing actually like work a 5x5 area. So the add-on that we're going to craft ourselves is a +2. This one right here. So 4 lapis, 2 glass, and 2 redstone. There we go. So we got range add-on tier 2. We don't necessarily need a speed upgrade, so that should be fine. And I just remembered we actually want to stack this wall up the way. All right. We'll just break this one just so we can get in. But if we put this in here now and show the area, it is doing the entire inside of here and even does it quite high. So that works out in our favor. So last thing to do, actually, instead of having a wall here, let's actually just put a block down because I have a feeling that rabbits might be able to jump off that block. So a single block of quartz should work. There we go. And then underneath here, we're actually going to have 2 fluids coming out of this thing. We're going to have liquid meat and actual pink slime. So we want to make sure we filter those. Can we use a destination tool to filter where liquids go? I don't know how it'll work. I'm hoping we can just use like... Oh wait, no, that won't matter. Oh wait, we do need to filter. We'll figure it out. So 2 ender tanks. I'm going to put these down. One's got lava, but we're just going to change this to pink. There we go. So nothing's in there. And what we're going to do is put the tanks here and here. And then we're going to put an ender tank there with a pipe. And I don't think we need a pipe upgrade. We're not going to be producing or using that much pink slime to get started with. So that's ready to go. And all we have to do now is power surge this so it actually has some power. Hopefully it'll use what it needs. But, oh yeah, we need to turn off the area. And we can cover back up the dirt here. So all we have to do is put down the golden egg. Makes delightful dirt. And tons of animals start spawning. Ooh, we even got a Sheba. But, as you can see now, we're producing tons of pink slime and liquid meat. So, what I want to do is say the back first. So, disable all sides. And the direction we're looking at is south. So, it's actually the front, even though the back of it is actually what we're kind of looking at. But, whatever. So, the front enabled. And then pipe extract. And that should fill it with pink slime. I'm actually going to disconnect this here so there's slime in the tank. And how do we now use a filter on this? If we add an upgrade into here and then add, okay, item pink slime, we want the destination of this to be this side of the tank. So open this up, edit, select your destination, submit. And it should be entering the west facing side, which is correct. And then next then is the liquid meat. But you can see pink slime got put in here, which is not what we want, but we should be able to break that and just put it into here. So we can say enabled liquid meat, and liquid meat has gone in there. Put the pink slime away without trying to break the ground, and take out a bucket. Do we have a whole bucket? Okay, we have to wait a moment. Right, we have a bucket of liquid meat. Same thing again, that, and we need to set our destination to the east facing side. Edit, destination, done. So hopefully now, they should only go into their actual designated spots. So no liquid meat to show up in here if the tank is empty. And we reconnect that and hook it up. Now over to our dissolution chamber, we can now hook up the tank and start using the pink slime. Fluid input, pull. There we go. Now, the last thing to get for these guys will be ether gas, but we're nowhere near getting wither skeleton skulls at the moment. Because the only way to get wither skeleton skulls, because I thought we might have been able to get ourselves the angel ring today, but you need nether stars for that. But unfortunately, the only way you can get skulls is either through bees or killing baby wither skeletons, which I have not seen a single baby skeleton at all. So the only actual way we're supposed to be getting skulls is through loot fabrication, which we cannot do until... Well, actually, we can do it kind of now, actually. Do we have everything? Oh, wait, we need to get through blood magic first, which will be still a fair bit away. But how are we doing with our hardened steel? Or energized steel, not hardened. It looks like we're out of our nickel, but we have a good few stacks of it here. So what I want to do now is use that and make ourselves the hardened capacitors. Oh, are we out of dielectric paste? That's easy fix. Right, there's actually still 2 more things we need to finish setting up. And that's just going to be making ourselves a charger and a blast chiller. That's how we're going to be making ice, because for our reactors, we're going to need a type of coolant. And of course, our solid coolant I want to use is dry ice, which is the best option we have. The only way to make dry ice, though, is by using blue ice. And to get blue ice, you have to use 9 packed ice. To make packed ice, you have to use 9 regular ice. And how do you make ice? Well, the blast chiller should do it. So we just need to provide it with water and power, which should be fine right here. This is all temporary anyway. So this guy, ender tank on top, and we're just going to get like a drawer, and we're just going to hook the drawer up here. So we're going to say pull in from here, output there. So we should pull water in slowly. Should have pulled in more water than that. Only a bucket at a time. We can turn on auto extract. There's nothing else connected to it. Then for the charger, well, I'm going to need a pipe and a few upgrades and a bunch of this Certus quartz. We don't actually have that much, but I'll do for now. Charger is going to go here. We're going to have an item pipe, and then a chest. 2 different chests. I don't know if it actually will just need to be filtered extracting. Do you auto eject only when you are charged? It seems so. Okay, I don't even need upgrades on it. Never mind. So yeah, that's just making charged Certus quartz now, which is needed for the actual ionic crystals. So, let's make ourselves the blazing crystals now, which is lumium, wax, and blaze rods. And all I have to do with this is just put 1 in each. So wax, lumium, and blaze rods. Now, of course, this is going to be... Actually, it's not that slow at all. Okay, unless the power here is going to be bad. It does seem to be using power when it needs it, so that's good. Right, we just leave that run, and then we'll make the niotic. Okay, everything's done pretty much infusing, so final things I want to do is now make ourselves the actual reactor. So, we need 36 of these guys. There we go. Now we upgrade them. So we got 36 basic ones. Now we need to make the hardened capacitors. There we go, 36 of those. Now we need blazing capacitors, which we're done. So there's our blazing ones. 36 of that. Last but not least then is our niotic. And there we go. So for spirited, we should be able to get spirited by the end of next episode or the episode after. Because we're going to be doing bees now next episode. So what I want to do now is pretty much just come over here, plop this thing in the corner, get some cable, and run this thing over to be able to collect the power, which should come out of this port right there. All right. Now what we need is fuel, which is uranite. So a stack of that. We're going to need a bucket of water, redstone blocks, and some coal blocks. Put all of these things in here, right click it with 1 bucket of water. Now what I want to do quickly is get ourselves our dry ice. It's been going for a while. I actually swapped out the drawer here to a compacting drawer so we can just grab the blue ice straight away. So this should allow us to make us 22 dry ice, which should be more than enough just to get started with. And as we produce more, I'll start adding it to the reactor. And that's going straight into the system. I changed out the chest under here to an ender chest. So 22 dry ice, in it goes. Temperature is slowly dropping, and we'll turn on auto mode. And as soon as we add the fuel in, what are we generating? We're currently generating 39,000 FE, which is a lot. And I think we're generating more than this cable here can actually extract. Yeah, I think the maximum this cable can do is 25k. Or 26, I see it flashing to. But yeah, this is actually really good now. So we're actually generating a lot of power, which should be able to make our actual builder in here, quarrying, work so much faster. 20k it's using. Is that the maximum input? That might actually only be the maximum input, but you can see we were only like generating 1 cobblestone at a time, which I can't get this thing to actually void. We actually set up void cobblestone and stone, and I even turn on and off match tags, but it's still somehow inputting into cobblestone. Don't know why, but we're still going to void it. We're actually going to save about 7 million of it, which is a bit insane, but whatever, doesn't really matter. But definitely we're going to need to look into making more reactors and upgrading our cables. So I'm going to end it there. Hope you all enjoyed, and if you did, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, and hit that notification bell while you're at it then as well. So, without any further ado, and goodbye.